Hi, it's me. No, 5 Stonehenge. What do we know about this ancient structure? It's an enigma that has captivated the minds of archaeologists, historians, scientists, writers, artists, and dreamers for centuries. An ancient circle of giant stones. Some say it was built as a temple, others as a burial site. But how and why? How did they build it, and who were they? Some believe it was constructed by aliens, but many archaeologists think the builders were ordinary people living in southern England more than 5,000 years ago. They named them the Neolithic builders. They were farmers who lived in tribes and hunted wild animals in the forests. But why did they need a stone circle? And how did they move these massive stones? This is the mystery of Stonehenge. Before we get into the heart of this great mystery, let's take a closer look at the structure itself. Stonehenge is located in the county of Wiltshire in England. It was constructed in 3 phases between 3000 BCE and 2000 BCE. That's 5,000 and 3,000 years ago. And it's one of the most famous prehistoric monuments in Great Britain. Built by our Neolithic friends, Stonehenge consists of a series of massive standing stones or megaliths arranged in concentric circles around a circular ditch and an earthen bank. So there are the standing stones. The outer circle has 30 stones, and the inner circle has 30 smaller stones. In between these 2 circles, there's another set of large stones arranged in a horseshoe shape. Then inside the horseshoe lies a collection of smaller stones. So that's the general idea of the structure. But now let's talk about the stones themselves. Each rock monolith weighs between 25 and 50 tons. They were brought from a place called Marlborough Downs, about 20 miles away. Can you imagine the effort it took to cut, transport, and erect these massive stones without any modern equipment, just using wooden rollers, sleds, and manpower? Well, that's what the archaeologists think must have happened, because there's no evidence of any other technique. But where exactly were these stones brought from? The blue stones come from a place called Preseli Hills in Wales. Can you imagine that? These stones were brought all the way from Wales, which is more than 150 miles away. To accomplish this feat, it would have taken months to bring the stones from Wales to Wiltshire. So Stonehenge wasn't built in a short period. It was a long-term project spanning many generations. So the construction must have been a massive undertaking, requiring the cooperation of many people from different tribes. But how did they move these heavy rocks so far? Was it worth all the trouble? Let us know in the comments. The purpose of Stonehenge is still a mystery. Archaeologists have come up with several theories, but none of them can be considered proven fact. One theory is that Stonehenge was a temple, a place where people came to worship and make offerings to their gods. Another theory is that it was a burial site, a place where the dead were laid to rest. A third theory is that Stonehenge was a calendar, a device used to track the movement of the sun and the moon. A fourth theory is that it was an astronomical observatory, a place where people came to observe the stars and planets. Now, the last theory is pretty amazing. Stonehenge aligns with the sunrise during the summer solstice and the sunset during the winter solstice. So Stonehenge may have been used to track the seasons or to honor the dead during important times of the year. Maybe it was all of these things. Maybe Stonehenge was a sacred place used for a variety of purposes by the Neolithic people. However, the truth is we don't know for sure. But if you had a chance to ask the Neolithic people themselves, what do you think they would have told you? Let us know in the comments. In addition to the standing stones, there are also 2 burial mounds near Stonehenge. These mounds were probably used for burying the dead. The archaeologists found cremated human remains in some of the mounds. The discovery suggests that Stonehenge was part of a larger, sacred landscape. The site was probably used for burial and ritual activity for several thousand years. The Neolithic people weren't the only ones who considered the area sacred. The Romans, Druids, and pagans also held the site sacred. During the 18th century, antiquarians began excavating the site and the surrounding area. They discovered several interesting artifacts, including pottery, jewelry, and tools. They also found the nearby settlement of Durrington Walls, which dates back to the same period as Stonehenge. Nearby, they found the Avibari stone circle, which is even larger than Stonehenge. These discoveries suggested that Stonehenge was part of a much larger ceremonial complex. The complex may have included several other sites, such as burial mounds, earthworks, and standing stone circles. The complex may have been used for a variety of purposes, including burial, ritual activity, and astronomical observation. Today, Stonehenge is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's open to the public. Thousands of people visit the site every year, especially during the summer solstice, when the sun rises in the center of the monument. There are many legends and myths associated with Stonehenge, and it continues to be a popular destination for those seeking spiritual enlightenment. But what do we really know about its construction? We know that the first phase of construction took place around 3000 BC, when the circular ditch and embankment were dug and the first stones were erected. The second phase of construction took place around 2500 BC, when the blue stones were added. The third and final phase of construction took place around 2000 BC, when the trilithons were built. We also know that the stones were not simply dropped into place, but were carefully arranged according to a plan. The builders used sophisticated techniques to ensure that the stones were level and stable. They also used a variety of tools, including chisels, hammers, and saws to shape the stones. But how did they move the stones? We don't know for sure, but it's likely that the builders used a combination of techniques. Some researchers believe that the stones were transported on wooden sleds or rollers. Others believe that they were carried on the backs of oxen or horses. It's also possible that the builders used a combination of these techniques, depending on the size and weight of the stones. Now let's talk about the meaning of Stonehenge. What did this monument mean to the people who built it? We don't know for sure, but it's likely that Stonehenge was a place of religious significance. It may have been used for ceremonies honoring the dead or for astronomical observations. Some researchers believe that Stonehenge was aligned with the rising and setting of the sun during the summer and winter solstices. If true, this suggests that the monument had a strong connection to the natural world and that the builders were skilled astronomers. We also know that Stonehenge was used for burials. Human bones have been found near the monument, and some of the stones are inscribed with ancient symbols. These symbols may represent the spirits of the dead, or they may be part of a larger narrative. But what is the story behind Stonehenge? Who were the builders and what was their purpose? Fortunately, we don't know for sure. The only clues we have are the stones themselves and the artifacts that have been found nearby. The story of Stonehenge is a mystery that has captivated humanity for centuries. Its origins can be traced back to the Neolithic period, when humans began to settle down and form communities. Stonehenge is a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of our ancestors, and it serves as a reminder of the rich history that shaped our world. As we continue to explore the secrets of Stonehenge, we can appreciate the wonder and mystery of this ancient monument. Its enduring legacy has inspired countless works of art and literature, and it remains one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world. Do you want to know more about ancient Britain? Stay tuned for more information. Thank you for watching. See you next time.